All right, so let's talk about single parenthood. Cindy had brought that up a few minutes ago. Now, as his second and final 5-year term of office draws closer to an end, President Uhuru Kenyatta has expressed concern over the issue of single parents in the country. Speaking on Wednesday when he presided over the 59th Madaraka Day celebrations at Uhuru Gardens in Nairobi, the president noted that the percentage of single parents households in the country has risen from 25% in 2009 to 38%.
Let me go first, of course.
Of course.
I was a single mom for 6 years, so this has really, touched my heart. And I'm very happy for people to have their own opinions on Twitter. Please let us know. The hashtag is TTTT.
Thank you,
Where
baby.
are the men who are
Say
making these women single mothers? Because, yes, they're single parents. In this panel, we have 2 single parents, or rather, I'm a former single parent. Kwach is a single dad, in case you didn't know. Very proud of it, isn't it, Kwach?
Yes,
yeah?
Absolutely.
Wait, but so the TikTok stories are real? Carry on, Cindy.
There is some truth in that. But the fact is there are significantly more single moms and single dad. Yeah. I'm happy that it's finally come to the limelight, but it would also be nice if the president asked, where are the men who are making these mothers single moms? Let's forget about statistics like the man passed on, or the man was abusive and the woman left an abusive relationship. We're talking about hit and run, absentee fathers, deadbeats. Those are the majority. All you need to do is go on social media and see the kind of reactions from women who are in this to realize that for us to discuss this in a very fair manner, it's not him versus her, but the focus needs to move away from the fact that our wanawake to what is going on with the men who are very comfortable siring children and letting somebody else raise them without any care in the world.
I think going next, Cindy, I'd say that ever since, I'm sure some of you might have bumped into those videos we've done online.
Yes.
And I have met 1,000,001 single fathers who have been sharing with me their stories, and I'm just saying that the context is very complex. What I would rather comment on is it is a real issue that we are having single parenting at the level in which we are.
Yes.
A family is the basic unit of the society.
Right.
And we need to have our families together. Yeah. We need to have our fathers and mothers together so that as a society, let's not be selfish moving to the next generation. Because the next generation is going to be a generation of, kama uko na mzazi, you are the strange one. You know, us when growing up, if you were the orphan or you were the one who doesn't live with your dad, you would have been the unique one. But in the generation we are living in now, it is the ones that have parents that are living with both their parents in the same house that are the one with, the unique thing. And
what do you think is the issue, Kwach? Don't
the issue, it's a compound issue, Cindy. It's a very compound issue. Let's work on our relationships. Let's work on
let's also work on ourselves.
I honestly feel, ourselves, exactly.
Do you feel that there has been a neglect in empowering the boy child so that they can grow up to be men who are responsible, men who take, men who understand what their mandate is in this world? I feel there's been a lot of focus on the girl child, and we're raising men who do not necessarily have the tools to be fathers, the tools to be husbands, the tools to be people of responsibility. Because as much as the basic unit of society is the family, and I agree, do you know that, I can't remember where it was, I think it was National Geographic, that a large percentage of societal issues are caused by men. Men cause war, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? If we go back to the basic, and again, this is not a Victor-Victoria thing, because affirmative action and feminism is not about men are bad. It is about us working together for the common good. I honestly think we need to go back and have more groups that empower men and also empower women, because, there are also some women who choose some really funny men to have babies with.
That's why I said, Cindy, it's a compound discussion, because you can't have this discussion as women alone.
Yes.
We can't have this discussion as men alone.
It's not singular. It needs to be, absolutely.
Yeah, that's why I was hesitating making it a discussion of men and women, because then your involuntary bias will take you towards where you lean more. If you're a man, you'll go to the men. If you're a woman, you'll go to the women. So that's why it needs to be a conversation that we have together as a country. That's why the president was calling on churches, schools. Let's teach family as a unit in schools.
Did they also call on the mosques? Because I
Yes.
know a lot of Muslim men who are deadbeat dads, and it's shaming, it's embarrassing.
Call them
But I
out.
can only speak about my community because I don't know about other people's communities. And of course, you can come at me on Twitter, like Cindy said. Let's be specific. Amina Abdi Rabar. Rabar with an R. It's right under the show. You could tweet at
If you're
me,
going to throw
okay?
shade, throw it
But
right.
I just, yeah, if you just please say it with your chest. But I really wanted to say this real quick so that we don't offend anyone. Quach is co-parenting. He's not a single parent. So there are two of them, and they're both carrying, you know, the blessed burden of raising a child. So it's not just him alone. Let me just say that.
This is
Before
what it
Ajami
means.
uko aseme, so nilikuwa na pale kwa TV ukasema ati ni wewe peke yako. Mariam, we have 30 seconds.
I just have to agree with the parents on the panel, exactly what they've said. You have to interrogate the why. It's very easy to say we have a problem of single parents and not interrogate the why, which is what Kwach and Cindy have talked about. So absolutely, why do we have single parents? It's because women are willing to take less BS, men are not as responsible as they used to be, etc., etc. So ask yourself why. It's very strange for someone who comes from a single parent household to be the one to make that statement.
Very true.
Come on,
Thank
girl.
you so much.
You better say it.
I felt a bit old when Mariam was like, the parents on the panel.
No, it's the truth.
Of course, no, not like that. Just the way you said it, I was like, oh my God, I am one of them. I am one of them. But thank you so much. No, Cindy is right. Young women, if you're watching this show and you're so young, let that boy not lie to you. Let that, you're 21, you're just getting into campus. Let them not lie to you. I promise you, there's so many of them who keep telling you that they love you, but they will leave you and ask you, so to do? Wow. It is the craziest thing that you would ever go through. And as your big sisters, we don't want to see you go through that, all right? Please learn from us, learn from the other women who have been in that position. Thank you so much, Mariam. Thank you so much, Cindy and Quatch. Okay, we've got an amazing show for you at 10 p.m. hosted by me. My name is Amina Abdi Rabah. Right now, the news. I can't see who's in. I'm hoping it's Olive, but the news is coming up. Oh, yes, with Olive. Catch you at 10 p.m. Have yourself a good evening.